Hey, Kenny here from AIFCL.com. The subject of all these humanization prompts that are being used, do they work? And will the AI detectors, will it pass the AI detectors? If you don't know what these humanization prompts are, basically ChatGPT AI frontier models, when they write, they tend to use the same copywriting techniques, right? M dashes, not X, but Y. That's a negative contrast reversal. There's a lot of writing techniques that are used. And if you work with AI a lot, you can tell that it was written by AI. And so we don't want that. We want to humanize it. So a lot of people are cataloging all of these AI tells and then using scripts to be able to build skills so you can run it against any copy that you produce with AI and it will, quotes, humanize it. The question is, does it pass these AI detectors? So I took this newsletter. This is our AI for Good newsletter. I'm using Claude to write them and revise them with me, and I'm going. I'm fixing it. I build the outline first by hand, and I hope it helps me fill in the blanks, etc. But I will write these with AI, and so a decent amount of this is actual AI copy, and they're long form. So each one of them is probably I think this latest one was 1,100 words. So I copy pasted this, put it into AI detector, and guess what? 0% AI, 100% human. I think I've done a good job of working with my AI intern to write something that's in my voice, right? So first of all, I have a Claude project that's trained on my voice and a corpus of my writing, so it has my voice in it to begin with, but then I'll run it through a humanization skill, and this is the output. So I think that's worked. But then I've also, with a friend, I was talking about these AI detectors don't work. They are not foolproof. In fact, in many cases, I think especially in schools and colleges, kids have been penalized because the AI detector the professors are using actually flags it as AI, and the kids are not using AI. And so these false positives are a big problem. And again, this doesn't work. A way to prove that these AI detectors don't work is I went back to a text that I think is probably not AI generated, and that is going to the Bible. And Romans 12 is here, and I copy pasted Romans 12 to the best of my knowledge. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, all of these AI generative AI tools were not in existence when Romans 12 was written. And so this should come back 100% human, not AI. But I copy pasted this into the tool. So we'll go to a tool like Zero GPT is a common one that people use. And you basically just paste in the text. This is all of Romans 12, right? Romans 12, a living sacrifice. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in the view of God's mercy, right? So this is Romans 12. So we're putting this in, and let's see what the AI detector says. What percentage of this is human? What percentage is AI? And let's see. Oh, guess what? 90% of this text is AI generated. Well, wouldn't you be surprised about that? I didn't know that they had ChatGPT back in the biblical days when they were writing Romans 12. But this just goes to show you that these AI detectors just don't work. They don't, they don't work. Now, one of the things that I've read about is that a lot of biblical texts are flagged as AI generated because AI frontier models have ingested the Bible, and it is one of the foundational texts that it has been trained on. And so, right, because it is the Bible, it's a core source of human text. 66 books, tons of content in there, and this is why this happens. So anyway, um, just to let you know, these AI detectors don't work. They're not reliable. You shouldn't use it. But on the other side, when you're working with copy, you should not just copy paste what comes out of Claude or ChatGPT and hit send. You should actually work with it. It is a intern that has given you a first draft, and that you're going back and forth and back and forth. That you should have substantial work with it on the keyboard of you massaging it, reworking it, reordering it, go back and forth, use it as an editor, and use the humanization skills as well. But anyway, that's just a little lesson of the day or example of the day of these AI detection sites out there and what we're doing with these humanization skills.